Deputy Minister for Creative Arts and Tourism, that is Honorable Mark Okraku Mantey, has opined that delay in construction of amphitheaters is due to lack of funds. Isn't this hilarious? Let me come to you.
I will side with him. It's true. If you've been able to work with someone who is in government before and you know the processes that goes into getting funds for some of these projects, you would understand. Like I said, if you have a layman's understanding, you would come out and blab and make a lot of noise about the whole thing. But even the process of getting contracts and giving out contracts to people and all those things, you'd have to go through tender, the finance ministry and all of those things. And I feel the creative aspect is also not making a case for itself to the government. I feel we should make a case. We should make the government understand that it's not just about tourism. What you tell me you've done the year of return. You shouldn't tell me that's what you've done for this, because it is arts and culture with tourism. Tourism, arts and culture. Now, you've done so well for tourism. What are you doing for arts and culture? That should be the target. Because of all these things, it makes it hard. And my issue is, why did we want to build a new amphitheater when I know almost in 10 regions, they all have CNCs that could be renovated?
So why now do you want to build new ones?
I have always had that issue. I don't know, is it because we want to spend money?
Okay.
Or is it because we have government funds and we feel like we want to do this as our own, or is it because that one was done by a different administration? Sometimes let's sit down and look at it from that bit, that it shouldn't be always political. The point is, when you do the CNC, it helps us. If Sarkodie wants to have a nationwide tour and he's not looking at going to any place, he knows Accra, he goes to the National Theatre, Kumasi goes to the CNC, Takrady goes. So at the end of the day, he's able to sell whatever he has. Lewin had a country called Ghana, a movie, a beautiful movie, but people in Takrady have still not watched the movie. But imagine if the day he was doing the premiere, he had to select and send some of the characters to all the 16 regions.
Right.
At the end of the day, everyone is watching the project. He's cashing out. GRA is also making money. Yeah. So government taxes are working so well. But I feel we don't take these things into consideration. We are always looking at it from the point where, let's do a new one for them, let's do blah, blah, blah. And it sounds like a waste of money to me. Because we have structures that are rotten. If you go to the CNC, if you get the manager over there, Mr. Bukesi, Reverend Bukesi, his office is like a washing bay. When it rains, it's like a washing bay. But you are building a new amphitheater to get someone new to go and handle while he's also handling the same thing. You see, it doesn't make sense. Sometimes I feel we should make a case for ourselves, because if we have a united front, like the likes of the Gamro, the Musica, the FIPAG and the rest, if there is unity, we would all know that this is what we need. So if they want government funds to push A, B, and C, government has a cost to invest in this. But because the government doesn't know what you want, if you go and tell them you want theaters, they wouldn't even research and know. Yeah. But you already have ones there that are not in use. So what are we doing to the ones that are not in use? But we don't look at all of that. We are just looking at, any for waste of money. Because I remember the one SOCAL posted that they were doing.
It actually turns out to be someone's building and not an amphitheater.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I heard they said they even stole the blocks for.
No, it's someone's project, someone's house, not an amphitheater.
You see? So they play as Crocodile John in this country too much.
Chris, let me come to you. Do you think this could be just one of the excuses our politicians are throwing at us so we can easily buy into the reason why they've not done some things for us? Because amphitheater, it was promised in 2020 election by the NPP, according to their Creative Arts Manifesto. And a few months to election is when we are hearing that is due to lack of funds. Didn't they plan ahead to know? Definitely when you want to do something, you know there is a money set aside to do it. That is why you can promise. But you don't have the money, but yet you could bring out the promises. Could this be one of the excuses to buy their way out?
You see, this project was actually funded by, or is supposed to be funded by World Bank.
Okay.
Not
the building of the amphitheater.
Yes. Okay. Not by GOG. Now, according to them. Now, I remember Mark, in appearing, Mark has been appearing in the media, for some time, even way back 2022, and Mark once said that they already had the money sitting in the account of GOG. I mean, government of Ghana's accounts. The money, and they have even estimated that an amphitheater would cost about $500,000 to $600,000. So my question is, what happened to that money, which was already sitting in the GOG account? Was that crocodile the John? So if there wasn't any money sitting in the account, why were we told that there was some money already sitting in the GOG account for the amphitheaters? The former sector minister, Minister Wa, in 2022 said that by the close of 2022, we are going to have a complete 3 of the amphitheaters. What money was he talking about? What money was going to be used for that project? Was there any money sitting down there, or there wasn't any money? I just need answers to these questions. Because according to this very one, when Mark appeared on Joy Prime with, I think, the debate, he made mention of the fact that because there was lack of funds, and that's why the project has stalled. Lack of funds. So in 2022, when they were telling us that the project will be completed, or some of the projects, about 3 of them was going to be completed.
What money was actually used?
Yes. When they told us that they had some money already sitting.
Actually cut a sword.
In GOG account. What money? I mean, so what happened to that money?
Could this pass for a lie or an excuse?
Well, I don't want to say it's a lie, but an excuse, yes. An excuse, yes. Because if way back in 2022, you were telling us that some money were already sitting in the GOG account, what happened to those monies? I think they make mention of the fact that prices of items have increased or something like that. But 2022, we are talking about 2022. So sometimes I don't know where to go. I mean, it baffles me.
Right.
And these questions that I'm asking, these are relevant questions.
Very relevant questions that demands answers.